there's a moment we all must face, the final breath. But what if death isn't the end? What if it's only the beginning? The Bible speaks of a journey, not just into darkness, but into eternity. What happens in the very first days after you die? Today, we open the veil between life and death and uncover what your soul might face in the first 7 days. Part 1. The moment of death, the spirit leaves the body. At the exact second of death, something incredible happens. The body becomes still, but the soul, your true self, does not disappear. According to Ecclesiastes 12:7, the dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. This isn't poetic, it's divine reality. Your spirit instantly departs your physical shell. But where does it go? Jesus gives us a glimpse in Luke 16, where he describes 2 destinations, one of comfort and one of torment. There's no delay, no waiting room, no pause. At that moment, angels or spiritual forces come to escort your soul, either to the presence of God or away from him. Science may not measure this transition, but near-death experiences have echoed it. People described floating above their bodies, encountering light, feeling overwhelming peace, or terrifying separation. These aren't fantasies. They're shadows of a deeper truth the Bible has revealed for centuries. You don't die into silence. You die into separation or union, and the direction is determined not at the end, but by the life you lived. Part 2. The first glimpse of eternity. Standing before the divine presence. As your soul crosses into eternity, the very next thing you experience is presence. Not your family, not memories, not regrets, but a presence so overwhelming it silences all questions. The glory of God. Hebrews 9:27 says, "It is appointed for man to die once, and after that comes judgment." This doesn't mean instant condemnation. It means instant awareness of who you really are and who God really is. You see not just your life, but your heart, your motives, your secrets. Nothing is hidden. The soul stands spiritually naked before the Creator. This isn't a courtroom, it's a revelation. And in that moment, the soul knows, not guesses, not wonders, but knows where it's going. Some feel unimaginable peace, like the warm light of home. Others feel shame and darkness, as if the very presence of God exposes every lie they've lived. The divide is real, and it's not based on perfection, but on relationship. Did your soul know him? Did you walk with him, or just know about him? Jesus spoke clearly. "Many will say to me on that day, 'Lord, Lord,' and I will say, 'I never knew you.'" Matthew 7:22-23. These aren't words of cruelty, they're words of truth. You can't fake eternity. You either belong or you don't. Part 3. The escort, angel's light, and the eternal divide. As the soul leaves the body and faces divine presence, it does not wander alone. Scripture speaks clearly. There are spiritual escorts that guide the soul to its eternal destination. In Luke 16:22, Jesus says, "The time came when the beggar died, and the angels carried him to Abraham's side." This isn't symbolism, it's spiritual protocol. Righteous souls are escorted by angels, wrapped in peace, taken into the presence of God. They don't travel through darkness, they are guided by light. But the opposite is also true. For the wicked or unrepentant, the Bible describes a fall, not a rise. In Jude 1:6 and Peter 2:4, we read of spirits being bound in darkness or cast into hell. These aren't journeys upward, they're descents, pulled by forces not of light, but of separation. There is no middle place. No soul is left floating, no second chance, no neutral ground. You either rise or fall. Near-death experiences have given glimpses. Some describe beings of light, overwhelming love, and a sense of home. Others speak of darkness, screaming, chains, or isolation. Science may debate these stories, But eternity does not depend on science. It depends on truth. And the Bible has told us all along, your soul will be taken to where it belongs. The first 7 days after death aren't random. They are ordered, spiritual, and irreversible. And in those first steps, your soul begins a journey with no way back. Part 4. The Great Divide. Paradise versus Hades. Once the soul is escorted, it is brought to one of two realities. Not a metaphor, not a dream, a place more real than anything you've ever touched. Jesus himself described it in Luke 16. The rich man who died was in torment, while Lazarus rested in comfort. Between them, a vast gulf. No bridge. No second chance. This is the Great Divide, paradise or Hades. Paradise is not simply a garden or floating cloud. It is the full presence of God, where peace is unshakable, love is pure, and joy is constant. Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 12:4 that he was caught up to paradise and heard things too wonderful for human words. That's what awaits those who lived in Christ, not because they were perfect, but because they were redeemed. But Hades is another reality. It is not yet the final hell, but it is torment, a place of conscious separation from God, a holding place for judgment. The soul remembers, regrets, and recognizes truth, but too late. The rich man in Jesus' parable begged for just a drop of water, not because of fire alone, but because of the awareness that he rejected truth, and now the gap cannot be crossed. These aren't fairy tales. They are eternal realities spoken by the one who conquered death. And here's the most chilling part. The soul knows exactly why it's there. No debate, no blame, no excuses. Only truth. In the first 7 days after death, the soul is not asleep. It is wide awake. It has seen light or darkness, and it begins the wait for the final judgment to come. Part 5. Final Awareness. The waiting before judgment. After the soul reaches its destination, paradise or Hades, it enters a state of waiting. Not unconscious, not dreaming, but fully aware of what comes next, the final judgment. Revelation 20:12 describes it clearly. And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and the books were opened. Even now, the soul knows its direction. But on that day, the record will be read, not for God's sake, but for justice, for truth to be revealed in full. In paradise, the soul waits with peace and anticipation, with no sorrow, no fear, only assurance. In Hades, the soul waits in torment and regret, knowing the second death, the lake of fire, is still to come. The first 7 days after death are not random. They are a preview of your eternity, reflection of your relationship with God, made final when breath left your body. The dead know they are dead, and they know where they stand. So what will your soul see in those first 7 days? Will it rise in peace or fall into silence? Now is the time to decide, not after death, but in life. Because what you do with Jesus now determines what happens next. This is Mindset Fuel Hub, where we explore truth beyond this life. Subscribe for more videos that awaken your soul, challenge your thinking, and fuel your faith. We're not here to entertain, we're here to prepare you for eternity.